Alright, time to get into today's game. My voice feels weak for some reason, so bear with me, I guess. Hopefully it's not as bad as it feels. I like my starting hand. I just need to figure out a good setup here. I guess Littlefinger seems like the right way to go. I replaced Paxter Redwine with Littlefinger because I took out Growing Strong, so I don't have any more events. And it was like, Littlefinger is basically Paxter, except better if you don't have events. So I guess I'm going to set up the Lady in Waiting and a Bodyguard. That's the most efficient. And yeah, today's deck is Tyrell Winter again. That's the schedule. So I'll have one more game each with Targ Winter and Tyrell Winter. And then next week will be Assault from the Shadows. I've been playing around with the agenda this week. It has definitely been able to do some work. I don't know that it's super competitive, but I was able to get some good games out of it. So let's hope that I can show some good games next week with the decks that I've made for it. My opponent is Baratheon, Banner of the Rose. So he's already got one of his biggest threats, which is Randall Tarley. The other big threat is Robert, which becomes like an unbeatable threat if it gets a Highgarden courtier. If he has a Highgarden courtier to stand him up. And the other threat is the King in the North. You know, he probably also has the King at the Wall, that attachment. So if he gets either Robert or the King at the Wall, or even Crown of Golden Roses, I mean, he could be running Crown of Golden Roses, right? It's not loyal. I like my hand. I've got a ton of economy, which is really good. I've got my Randall Tarley, but I think he's starting out a little bit ahead of me because he does already have Randall Tarley in play, and I have to actually pay the 6 gold before I can get mine. It's really tempting to marshal both of these Arbor marketplaces this turn, but that'll leave me with, I mean, I'm collecting 7 gold over here, including the Rose Garden, so that'll only leave me with 3. Not sure if that's really enough to get by. Oh, I forgot, I guess I have Milk of the Poppy to put on Randall Tarley. Well, that's nice. Although he doesn't have any activators yet. The Garland Tyrell is a problem. Do not want to eat 2 military claim because of this character. And it will be boosted to 6 strength by the Jousting Pavilion. Big problem, and I'm not sure that there's much I can do about it. Almost definitely not since he marshaled Horn Hill. That sucks. I mean, I guess I can just eat the Bodyguard and let the Lady in Waiting die. Really would rather not do that, but I don't know if there's any way out of it. Because now this guy can attack at 8. If I marshal my Randall Tarley, even with both Arbor marketplaces, it's not enough. If I marshal Randall Tarley with the Great Hall, then I have 4 left, so I could hope for a high roll on the Hightower Spy. But I'm not going to count on that. I'm just going to go for this line and try to survive. Probably going to regret this. I guess I could even milk the Garland, but Randall Tarley is definitely the one that has to get the milk. That's just how it has to be. 3 gold exactly for a spy ambush. So let's see if we can survive. My next plot here can be probably False Spring. I guess Withering Cold, since I'll have my Randall Tarley, would also be a thing. Just goes ahead and boosts the Garland Tyrell. Doesn't care. I mean, sure, why not? I could also play the King in the North and Marshal Renly, because I'll actually collect, I think, 9 gold. That could also be pretty good. But I think... Oh, what is going on here? Okay. I think with 2 Arbor Marketplaces, I have to go for Randall Tarley. That's too good to not marshal out. Not going to defend the power challenge while I have no power on my house card. Okay. So power here, and hopefully the Hightower Spy can give him at least a 1 strength buff to win the challenge. Another spy. Alright. Gets the job done. That's actually pretty damn good. I might need to use that to buff Randall next turn, so that he can block this Garland Tyrell from double claiming me again. So I was able to take this 2 military claim kind of okay, but I don't know that I can afford to let that happen again. Kind of out of claim soak here already. Alright. I guess it has to be the Withering Cold if we're going for the Randall Tarley line of play. It just seems like the only thing that makes sense. And could do False Spring, but... yeah, let's just do Withering. One thing that's nice, I did manage to get a ton of economy out. I have 5 economy boosts at the end of turn 1, 6 if you count my winter reserves. I mean, that's damn good. And I have Great Hall on the way. Do I go first? I have no idea. I'm going to go first in case he marshals Robert. Probably doesn't matter, but we're going to try it. Wow, another milk. That's handy. So if we reduce Randall Tarley by 3, then we will have 7 gold left, which is a nice number. It's like a milk and a Hightower Spy. Then I have 3 left. Huh. I definitely want to use the Spy on Randall. And I always want to reduce Randall with this Great Hall. So, do I really always want to do that though? Because I could just exactly spend all my gold with Randall, Milk, and Hightower Spy, couldn't I? I could do that in theory. I'm a bit scared to play this Milk because he might marshal Robert, but I really don't want to get hit with this Garland if he has some way to push that through. So I'm really not sure how to do this. So 6, 3, 1. Yeah, let's just do it and keep the economy standing for next turn. If he marshals Robert, I'm going to regret putting the milk there, but if he doesn't, it's all going to be good. And next turn, I'll have the 3 economy reduction for Renly instead, so that's nice. Oh, he has milk. Well, that sucks. Not unexpected. I don't think I have confiscation in this deck, do I? Nope, no way to get rid of it. That's good that I milked his Garland then, because with him milking my Randall, I guess he can still defend, but... well, that's a lot of wasted gold on his side. Next turn we can do the King in the North, and we're probably going to do it. I think I have Valar Morghulis in this deck. I do. If he did not have that save on his Randall, it's still looking pretty juicy though, because he'll have a milked Randall and an empty hand if I play Valar. I might want to just do it. Okay. So there's basically no point to me declaring any challenges here. Maybe I'll do a power with my Hightower Spy, just to make him kneel something. Commit the least amount of strength to the board that we can get away with. And his Hornhill is basically canceling my Arbor Marketplaces, because if I use these, then he can just kneel Hornhill, and the result is the same. He should have enough strength to just win all the challenges this turn. It's not like this dupe on Randall is ever going away, so I guess I'll just go ahead and Valar next turn. I don't like killing what's on my side, but my Randall's never going to lose his milk either, so I guess let's just do it. I do have a ton of money ready to go, so hopefully that'll help. And he's giving me even more with Gates of the Moon as well. Plus we're doing it off of the Withering Cold, so I don't know, maybe that'll make his turn weaker because his stuff will be kneeling. I mean, all his stuff's going to die, but like his Randall and his economy is going to be kneeling. This guy is sure taking a while to decide whether or not he wants to defend this little chump power. There he goes, defends it. No point in doing military, and he has an empty hand, so no point in doing intrigue. His board's too wide for military to matter. Just like kill the Dragonstone Faithful. Who cares about that? Alright, let's see what we can get here. Put the buff on Littlefinger to try to make him big enough to block it by himself. Garth the Gross. So Littlefinger can defend. Oh, he's just going to go ahead and do that. That's annoying. So that makes it a strength 9 intrigue challenge. I can defend with 10. Sure, let's do it. Definitely want to protect my hand since it looks like we're going for a longer game with me planning on doing a reset. And now he can win his power challenge, but I don't think the power challenge is as important at this stage in the game. And another reason that I want to just go ahead and do Valar Morghulis next turn is I don't have any saves ready, and it's entirely possible that I just won't draw anymore. So I want to just go ahead and flip it before like marshalling my Renly Baratheon and then having to kill him when I flip it later. Oh, that was military. Oops. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. I guess we weren't going to be able to block them both anyways, but I think I should have unopposed that so that I could defend the power. Because he still has a power challenge, right? Did he not do a power challenge? Where's his power challenge? He just never did a power, even though he has a little chump here to do one. Well, I'll take that. I guess he was trying to play around the Withering Cold, but joke's on him, I'm playing Valar anyways. Get wrecked. I guess he's going to have to do counting coppers here. If it's anything, I mean, maybe you win or you die. That wouldn't surprise me either. Because everybody has that plot, don't they? And I guess withering into Valar is nice on my side because I knew that I was going to do this, so I don't care about kneeling my board out. Like, I'm not going to play around withering cold. Jousting contest, what the hell? Well, I'm happy to see that. Fairly low gold, no card draw. His only character that's going to survive is already kneeling. His locations are kneeling. Should give me a nice comfy Valar Morghulis turn to ride it out. Hopefully not get beat up too hard for flipping this. Come on, dude, kill your stuff. Damn, I was kind of hoping to see a really cheap character. But I think we have to go for the Queen of Thorns. It's just too juicy not to do it. Knowing my luck, he has top decked another Milk of the Poppy, which he will immediately put onto her, but it's still the only play that makes sense for me. And like if we had marshaled or drawn like an Old Town Informer, we'd have enough gold to marshal that. But nope, no such luck. Ha, the Bear and the Maiden Fair. Looks like I'm going to get away scot-free. Get to put my Garland Tyrell in for 0 gold. Pretty good. It looks like a mistake that our opponent may have made is flipping the trade routes too early. He had 5 gold that he wasn't able to spend even after playing out his entire hand. So not only was it kind of a waste economically, but he left himself open to what just happened. And I guess the way that this works is I'll even be able to kill his Randall Tarley, won't I? Because I can use the ability to raise my military claim up to 1. Sucks to be him. Get a taste of your own medicine, boy. It's Garland claim raise over here. Discard Willas because he just doesn't seem super useful. I guess he could give my Garland renown, but I don't care that much about that. I would definitely much rather have the Insight or the Stand on Knight of Flowers or Marge, but I haven't drawn them, so he is the least useful character out of the ones available to me. Good turn, yes, I would agree. We got very fortunate there in terms of getting the Queen of Thorns Garland combo. Of course, it's entirely possible that he has his own Valar Morghulis, which he will now just flip to kill my stuff. That would make sense. But it still leaves me pretty well ahead of him in terms of like overall tempo. And in case he does that, I think I'm just going to go for Ranger's Cash. It's sort of the safest option. I could do First Snow, but I have this Garth, who I want to be able to play out. So it is you win or you die. Not sure why he didn't flip that last turn. Let's see what he gets with it. Hopefully no Robert Baratheon. Kind of the only character that I'm really scared of at this point, but I don't think he could marshal that because none of his reducers apply to Baratheon characters. It's like Ocean Road, so neutral or Tyrell. I killed the scariest Tyrell character, and the other scariest one, which I guess was Garland, so not sure what he could do now. I guess these guys can get kind of big with the Arbor Queen. Well, let's get one save into play. Get our big boy into play. Garth. And I'm going to hold this crown to discard with Garland's ability. Because if I marshal the crown, I literally have nothing to discard for its effect, so it doesn't do anything. I think I can still defend even from his military challenge. If he uses everything, he would have 6 plus 4 more from the Arbor Queen, 10 plus 2 more from Hornhill. He's just going to go for power, so not an issue. Defend this with exactly 8. Yeah, he should just be totally dead at this point in the game. I shouldn't have even done that intrigue. I should have done power. I forgot he has 0 reserve. Although it is possible that he could have like Lord Brindley's Bride as one of these 2 cards, which would let his... Well, he's not even going to bother. I was going to say it would have let him defend the military from Garland if he had that. That was a misplay because I have Arbor Marketplace, so he just like wasted his dude. Oh, it was Robert. That hurts. And now I'm just... Yeah, that's game. Because I was going to just... I was going to discard the Crown of Golden Roses with Garland to do 2 military claim and wipe his board. And he has 0 characters, empty hand. I'm assuming he doesn't have Valor Morghulis, because if he had it, I feel like he would have flipped it the turn before. So he was just totally dead. I mean, Dohaeris would have not been great, but I probably could have weathered Dohaeris easily enough with just like Queen of Thorns and Garth the Gross and marshalling more stuff out. Probably would not be enough with him having a totally clear board. And I get maybe he wasn't running Counting Coppers. I don't know. This does show a game of somebody like playing too fast, I guess you could say, like just being too eager to dump everything out as fast as they can and then getting punished by a reset for it, with a deck that is not built to recover post reset. No Counting Coppers to refill the hand, no Valor Morghulis to flip back on his side and kill my stuff that lived from my reset, nothing like that. So yeah, I guess I won that game.